This is Atlanta's homegrown, pure sports talk, straight from the horse's mouth. I'm your host, Scott Rankin, bringing you weekly news and notes from Atlanta's sports nation, Rankination. And away we go. All right, people, it's been about a little over a week since my last podcast about the news and notes from your favorite Atlanta sports teams and your maybe not so favorite Atlanta sports teams. We're going to start this podcast off by talking about our Atlanta Braves, the 2018 National League East Division winners, the Atlanta Braves. Congratulations, fellas. Y'all had a great season. We enjoyed watching y'all, enjoyed participating in crowd activities and watching y'all on TV. It was fun again. We'll get down to it. Since last we talked about the Braves, it was the 15th of last week, and the Braves were on a little bit of a skid. They lost 4 games in a row. They ended up losing the rest of the Washington series. Then they go on to lose the first 2 in Atlanta, the St. Louis series, to bounce back and win the last game of that series, and the last game of the series finale. The Braves then go on to sweep the Phillies, take the division title, and go on to kick more ass along the line through the rest of the season, which is only one game, and it was against the Mets, and we won. But the next night, the Braves lose to the Mets, to Jake DeGrom. He pitched brilliantly, and he pitched a shutout, still has his ERA down below around 1, and he's still in tune to win the Cy Young. Let me give you his correct stats for the line for him for this year and what he's done. Jake DeGrom has 10 wins, 9 losses, a 1.70 ERA with 32 games started, no saves, of course, 217 innings pitched with 269 strikeouts and a whip of .91, which is great. Cy Young numbers except for the wins and losses. Of course, if he had 20 wins and 9 losses, it would be a lot, the losses wouldn't count, but wouldn't matter. Anyway, there's a lot of butts in there. But the fact is, there are a lot of butts in there, and they're mighty fine. So let's go on down the line to check out the rest of the Braves got going on. They go on after that. I think they're going to go on tonight to end this series up with New York. And guess who's pitching tonight? It's going to be our favorite superstar that has never yet to be polished out to be a superstar, which is Julio Teheran, which is 9-8 this year with a 4.03 ERA. The 9-8 is magnified to me because he has never won more than 14 games in a single season for the Braves. And he's never panned out to be the pitcher that they being the Atlanta Braves organization and Major League Baseball and all the Major League Baseball teams thought he was going to pan out to be. But regardless of Julio Teheran and what he is and what he has never been, he is still pitching tonight for the Atlanta Braves, and he's going up against them for the series finale against the lowly Mets, against Mr. Vargas, who's 69 with a 6.25 ERA, and you can see him with our friendly sportscasters, Chip Carey, son of legendary Atlanta Braves sportscaster Skip Carey, and our own lovable Joe Simpson. Well, that's about as much as I can say about the Braves. I'm still pessimistic to the fact that the Braves pitching is not up to par with the other playoff teams that we have going into the playoff season this year. And of course, everybody knows this, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Their bullpen flat out stinks. During the course of a season, their bullpen is good enough to get through a regular season of baseball, which the saves were split between Vizcaino until he was injured. Then it went to Minter, and now Vizcaino's back, but I don't know if that's going to be enough for Minter to give up the Sabres role, especially in the playoffs. Vizcaino's coming off injury, and he's only pitched. He's been limited in his pitching since he's been back. I think I saw him in one game, and he looked all right, but I don't know if he's ready to close yet or not. People, if you never watched the Braves in the postseason, or you're not really in tune to watching the postseason when it's not the Braves aren't in it, everything is magnified to the T in the playoff games, especially when your team's involved. When I'm watching a game, I watch every pitch. I watch everything that goes on in the field, and everybody is too. So everybody if your regular old guy comes up to bat, like a Dansby Swanson or anybody, every pitch that he gets, which could be 5, could be 6, if he takes a long one to 11 or 12 pitches, that's all magnified. Whether he fouls off a lot of balls, or whether he takes strikes, or whether he swings through and strikes out, that's all magnified. So the whole world's a stage when you're in the playoffs, and it's a different game. And I noticed sometimes playoff teams will go, and they'll only go with a few relievers to keep going on through the playoffs until a manager might want to slightly split it up a little bit through the long series and give some other guys a chance. Those are few and far between, as I noticed through the years. Bobby Cox used to do it, but I don't know. Well, I don't know what Smith's all about it. About that, because he's never been in a major league postseason game to where he's the manager. So we'll find out soon enough. Next up, the hot topic: the Atlanta Falcons are going to be playing the Cincinnati Bengals this weekend, and I think we're not at home this weekend. I think we're in Cincinnati, which is all right. I don't care where the Falcons play. They're still an awesome team to me, even though they're 1-2 and they're beat up in the defensive side of the ball. You know what? I think one of our players might be coming back. Tad McKinley they say he returns to practice this week, and Tad says he wants the Falcons to give him more heat on the quarterback. Well, duh, Tad. Every team wants to get more heat on the quarterback, but can they? I know you can't do it by yourself, but you sure damn can try as hard as you want to, buddy, and get in there and get as many sacks as you can. Just disrupt him as much as you can, because old redheaded Andy Dalton. I don't think he's got his full weaponry back. I think AJ Green he might be a little injured himself. I'm not sure about that though. Hey Sam, can you check and see if what the injury report says about AJ Green from Cincinnati? See if he's playing, or if he's hurt, or he's out, or what the deal is with him. So the Falcons also, I think Julio Jones has been out of practice the game a time or two this week. But the Falcons they're acting like a professional team should. You can't. Huh?
He expects to play.
He expects to play. Okay, so AJ Green expects to. Is it AJ or AC Green?
AJ.
Is AJ Green expects to play? I should know that. I mean, he's from Georgia, so AJ Green said he expects to play. So he does have his weapon back, and that's the only weapon over there, as far as I'm concerned. He's a great wide receiver, one of the best I've ever seen. Well, the Falcons are taking this as professional teams can. They're not crying about all their injuries. Their 3 main injuries on the defensive side, the 3 starters that are out. 2 of them are out for the season, and Deion Jones is questionable whether he will return the season. They say 8 weeks, but who knows? I'd rather him get himself all healthy before he comes back and tries to play anymore before he needs to. He's the future of the franchise, so at least on the defensive side. And Dan Quinn's, he's right. They're not freaking out and trying to go and make trades for Earl Thomas, or whatever from Seattle and all that stuff. Earl Thomas is a great defensive back, and it would be great to have him here. But at what cost to give up some draft picks for him? I don't think it's worth it. He's an 80s person too, so he could go out there and get injured just as well as anybody else could, as any of these younger guys. He's more susceptible to it since he's obviously got more years on a lot of the other players in the NFL. Having said that, I don't think Matt Ryan and company have concerned about anything. The offense to me looks awesome. I mean, you can't ask for anything more. You maybe ask for some more Julio Jones, but you know what? We got a big dosing of his Alabama predecessor, Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley is not the type of wide receiver that Julio Jones is, but he brings a little something else to the table. His speed, his size, and agility. He can get downfield and blow past them defensive backs, as was seen against the Saints. I don't know if it was the Saints secondary or if he's going to be against everybody's secondary, which we hope it's against everybody's secondary that he can do that for. But things look good to me on the offensive side of the ball, especially when Matt Ryan, he's very calm, cool, and collective, and if he's not sweating about anything, then I'm cool with it. I'm cool with my favorite Atlanta Falcon of all time, and if he's cool with it, I'm cool with it, because I trust him more than anybody else on the team. So that's just a little bit of Matt Ryan to Calvin Ridley, like there, right there straight from Fox, from Fox's broadcast of the game over the weekend. I thought it was cool because it was all of Matt Ryan and Calvin Ridley. Let's hear some more. Touchdown! Yeah, baby. You see that? It's gonna be like that a lot this year, I hope. Because he's from Alabama. Roll Tide! We got 2 Alabama wide receivers on our offense. Anyway, that's it for the Falcons news and notes. We're gonna switch on over to the Atlanta United, who are up next. For my news and notes segment, the Atlanta United has gone back on top of the conference standings by just 3 points, I think it was, over the New York Red Bulls. And to be certain, they have 63 points, and the New York Red Bulls have 59 points, along with the third place New York City FC. Was that Fielder's Choice, or is that Fire Catchers, or I don't know what that means, but so I'm not a big soccer guy, so I'm making fun of it a little bit. The New York City Fire Chiefs, or the First Catcher Responders, or I don't know, but the Atlanta United, we're united against what? I don't know. Tell me where anybody in Atlanta is united except for this team, which this team is on top of the Eastern Conference with 19 wins, 6 D's, and 5 losses, whatever D is. I think it's, what does D stand for in the wins, D's, and losses? I don't know what the D's, what? I don't know. But they have 6 of those D's. Draws, okay, I'm sorry, 6 of those draws. See, folks, I'm getting used to it just as much as you. So as long as I can be comedic about it, we're going to keep on rolling with it. 63 points to 59 points with the New York Red Bulls. Does that mean that they go around drinking Red Bulls all the time and they're just geeked out on Red Bulls? Or is it Ferdinand the Red Bull? You know, we all love Ferdinand. Is he still alive? I don't know. But I truly loved him when I was a kid, and let's pay homage to him in a moment of silence. Okay, Ferdinand, who we sorely missed. Anyway, are they paying homage to Ferdinand the Red Bull, or is it the Red Bull, the energy drink? Well, they don't have a lot of energy to overtake the Atlanta United, I can tell you that. But we'll see this weekend when they host, I think, the Atlanta United. Let me be for certain. They coming to Atlanta, to Mercedes-Benz, to take on the New York Red Bulls. They're going to have to come into enemy territory, into the South again, to be defeated. But you know what? What's cool about Atlanta, we have all these people that come, they're flocking from different parts of the world and in the country, and we never really had any true fans to stick, the true blue fans that you can say, I'm a true blue, this and that, except for, you could tell who were true blue fans for the Falcons, Hawks, and the Braves and stuff. But now I think we truly have a nice little group of people that are really true fans for our teams, and I applaud that. It's just like Atlanta got burned to the ground by the Yankees, but you know what? What has risen from the ashes? A great phoenix from amidst the ashes of the rubble in Atlanta. The rubble that was put here by General Sherman. That freaking ass. Anyway, along from the history learning channel thing that we gave you there, we're going to go, and I'm going to make my picks against the Red Bulls. I'm going to take the Atlanta United in that one. We're going to pick the United because United rules. They're in first place. They were good last year. They're going to be good forever. We love you, Atlanta. We love you, Atlanta United. We're going to end the show off today talking about the Hawks. Little tidbits about the Hawks. The Hawks preseason opens up on October 1st against the New Orleans Pelicans. They were in New Orleans to take on the Pelicans, to take on Boogie and Anthony Davis. First Hawks home game is October 17th, and not home game, it's the first game period, is that we're going to Madison Square Garden to take on Porzingis and the New York Knicks. Alright, Nation, that wraps it up on my end, but I would love to hear it from your end. So go to RankinationSportsFans.com, all lowercase. Subscribe and follow me on Podbean, and leave your opinions and advice or comments through the contact section on the last section of my website. Alright, y'all, thanks for listening. I'm, of course, your host, Scott Rankin. Bye-bye for now.